Hey guys, Frank here, and welcome to another episode in our digital classroom series in How Did I Shoot This One? And today it's actually not about this shot. I just want to give you a tip about freezing motion. But I just love this shot, don't you? Now this shot was shot during a workshop with Felisa, and we're using our gray backdrop from Click Backdrops. And I really like this one. It's not really gray, it's a little bit like a pattern, but it's a great backdrop for, well, if you don't know what kind of backdrop you want to use, this one always works. Light source, very simple, a big softbox on our model. And in this case, I'm using the lantern because that's just an awesome softbox from Gigoto. Now, what is this video about? We get so many questions about freezing motion. I thought let's give you a quick tip about how you can know in which setting your strobe is the fastest. Now, of course, you can buy this beautiful Psychonic 858 light meter. It's awesome because with this light meter, you can literally meter your flash duration. Believe it or not, it's really simple. As you can see in this video, it just gives you a graph. Now, if you don't have an expensive light meter, there's a very simple trick how you can do the same thing. Now, first let me explain why this is necessary. Now, you might think that your strobe always performs the same. You just turn it on and you turn it down and it just emits more and less light. In essence, that's true. But there's also something else that changes. Of course, your recycling time, but we don't talk about that now. We talk about the so-called flash duration, the cutoff and the raise of your strobe. Now, the flash duration is very important when you start to freeze motion. You want the fastest possible flash duration. Now, when you look at the strobes, they will change the flash duration over the power output. On full power, on most strobes, you won't have the fastest flash duration. On the lowest setting, on hybrid strobes, you often have a very, very high flash duration. But as soon as you start adding power, you will see that that flash duration actually drops down and a lot. So for example, on a hybrid strobe, it's very usual to get flash durations of 40,000 to 1 on the lowest setting. But as soon as you go to the highest setting, they can go down as low as 1/700th of a second. So what do you need to freeze motion of, for example, a jumping model? Well, if you really want to freeze everything, I always advise to go for about 1/2000, 2500th of a second for your flash duration. Again, with a light meter like this, it's very easy. I just set it up, I meter, and it will give me the value of my flash duration. But what if you just want to know which setting on my strobe is the fastest? Well, here comes the tip. Get a very, very simple fan. For example, like we have in our studio when it's hot. What you do is you place your camera on a tripod. You place the fan on full power, so it spins really fast. And the only thing you do is you start with your strobe on the lowest power, take a picture. Then add one stop, take a picture. Add another stop, take a picture, and just repeat it until it's on full power. Now, when you go into Lightroom, you look at all those different shots, and you know what you're going to see? That in every single shot, the fan will be frozen just a little bit different. Now, it's very easy to see in which of those settings, well, the fan is the sharpest, and that's where the fastest flash duration of your strobe is. So just note that down, and now every time that you need to freeze motion, you know I place my strobe, for example, on 70%, you just move it closer and further away from your model, or you change light modifiers to get the perfect exposure and of course the perfect freezing power on your model. Let's take a look at the behind the scenes video from this setup, and let's have some fun with Felisa and motion. As you can see, it's very easy to determine where your sweet spot is for your flash duration on your strobes. Go out today, test it, because it can really save your photo shoot if you need to freeze motion. But the cool thing is, if you don't want to freeze motion perfectly and you want a little bit of a fade out, You just choose one of the settings where it has a lower flash duration. It's that easy, right? If you like what we do, subscribe to our channel, leave comments below, and of course, smash the like, the bell notification, and the subscribe button. And most of all, tell other people about our channel so we can grow, create more content for you guys, and freeze more action. See you again next time. Bye, guys.